Ezekiel 1 and 2. Ezekiel was called of God to preach to the Jewish exiles in Babylon. Ezekiel saw a vision with four living beings that had human form. Each had four faces and four wings with straight legs and feet like a calf's hoof. They gleamed like burnished bronze. Under the wings were human hands. Each had the face of a man, the face of a lion, the face of a bull, and the face of an eagle. In their midst was something like burning coals of fire. There was a wheel on the earth beside each being, as if one wheel were in another. They moved in any direction without turning as they moved. The rims of each wheel were full of eyes. Over the heads of the beings was something like an expanse. Their wings sounded like abundant waters, like the voice of the Almighty, and a voice came from above over their heads. There was something like a throne over their heads, and on it was the appearance of a man. There was a radiance around him. Such was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Lord. Wow, what an entrance. Indeed, there may be much to speculate here regarding symbolism, but one thing is for sure. God is revealed in power and complete sufficiency in every facet. And when I saw it, Ezekiel says, I fell on my face and heard a voice speaking, Son of man, I am sending you to the sons of Israel, to a rebellious people. Speak my words to them, whether they listen or not. The Lord handed Ezekiel a scroll and told him to eat it. We too are to consume God's word and go into the world and speak it, whether they listen or not. We live in a post-Christian era, and culture and society have said they want to cancel God. Lord, show us how to continue on, to get your truth out in our circle of influence, to continue to be about your business even when it's hard. Hebrews 11, 1 through 19, God has just made very clear how important faith is. Now he defines it and gives some marvelous examples of it. Definition: faith is the substance, the assurance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the men of old gained approval. Note how we gain approval. By faith. We believe God created the world. Abel offered the sacrifice God told him to offer, and yes, there was blood involved, which points to Christ. Enoch was pleasing to God and was taken up, a picture of the coming rapture. Now note verse 6, and without faith it is impossible to please him, for he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. Do you believe this? You cannot be pleasing to God unless you do. Noah believed God and built an ark. Abraham believed God and went out not knowing where he was going, for he was looking for the city which has foundations, whose architect and builder is God. Wow, where are you going and what are you looking for? Sarah believed God and gave birth to Isaac even when too old to bear children. Abraham was willing to offer up Isaac as a sacrifice, considering that God was able to raise him from the dead. All these died in faith without receiving the promises, but having seen them from a distance, by faith, they confessed that they were strangers and exiles on the earth. They made it clear they were seeking a country of their own, a better country, a heavenly one. Therefore, God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he has prepared a city for them. Are you a stranger on this earth? Do you believe God? Are you seeking a city and a future whose maker is God? Can you see it by faith in the distance? Have you trusted Christ to get you there?